Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of Doctor Strange of Asgard, Issue 2, 2025. Oh, yes, Strange, Loki, dead body. So, this cover just pretty much does the whole kind of situation that we're up to at this point. It really doesn't show that they are found out or anything. So, let's crack into this. Corpse disposal is a tricky business, even for one such as I, master of the mystic arts, ex-sorcerer supreme of Earth. Such an endeavor becomes a potential minefield when the corpse in question was the top magical authority in Asgard. To teleport the remains would set off a string of alarms. To dissect, disintegrate, or otherwise damage the body is not something I am prepared to countenance. After all, I did not kill Hulda. Loki did. So all I could do was render the corpse invisible and leave it where it was with the intention of going back for it when I was not being observed. And in the meantime, I find out why Loki did it. New York, as we see Doctor Strange walking in a rain-soaked kind of thing going on. Stephen, my love. Clea, my darling. Loki, hiding. Would you like to see them? If you wouldn't mind. How is Asgard? Cold. More corpses than you'd imagine. Really? Probably not. Stephen, excellent. I have a theory. You do? I was possessed. It would have taken considerable magics to come under my form, so we should be narrowing our search to pan-dimensional god sprites or similar eldritch abominations with, what are you doing, shackling you? Don't be ridiculous. And I actually really like how different the kind of paneling setup is here. I like how we just shift into them going inside and then Loki blasting at Strange with their magic. It's like, oh shit, as Strange is like, I'm gonna shackle your ass. Then we get to some crazy-ass page layouts. Let me just put it to you this way. This really sells the art style a lot better here. I'm really liking it just for what's here. And I love the circular kind of things that have been kind of a hallmark of Strange comics. As they're like, let's see how this goes. Now you're at it, Clea. Stop this at once. I won't tell you. Change of Krakon. The Crimson Bands of Sidorak. I didn't kill Hulda. Yes, you did. Well, yes, I did it. I killed her, but I didn't want to. Loki claims to have no idea how the knife got into their hand, let alone why they stabbed Hulda. There is some evidence to suggest that their mind has been affected. You see? Sprites! It's like, I'm not really having a good feeling about this with Loki. Stephen, I want you to think about this logically. If I wanted to kill Hulda and get away with it, I would not have killed her in front of you. Why would I do that? You love to play your little games, Loki. I do. I do love to play them, but I'm not playing them now. And then zooming in on Loki's face there. If you bring me back to Asgard, it would be the end. I would have no more chances with him. There must be something I can do to prove what I say. There is one thing. It is impossible to lie under the agonies of Erling, my love. So now that we know Loki speaks the truth, what do? You stay here. With Doom as Sorcerer Supreme, Earth needs someone to keep an eye on things. And I kind of really like how they kind of divvy up these tasks. Stephen trying to kind of deal with this whole kind of situation, and Clea to do what she does best with her magical mystical abilities on Earth. So what will you do? To get to the bottom of this, I'm going to need access to all the power I can muster, and that means Asgardian magic. How do you plan to do that? By taking Loki's advice. Oh, this will end well. It's like, yeah, I really love the use of red that they were going on with those magics. So we pop on back to Asgard. Murder, you say? A mystery, solving clues and such like? Ooh, I doubt any of that is for me. Holt, I realize I'm asking a lot, but I don't know my way around. I don't know who the people are, who the players are. If I'm going to perform the spell of Acronon, if I'm going to find the killer, I'll need a guide. You won't even tell me who's dead. Is it someone important? Is it someone I know? Is it Eilifir? Eilifir. I wouldn't mind if it was Eilifir. Holt, Eilifir. Alright, tales of love and laughter, Stephen. Not murder. If you need my help, perhaps, in wooing a potential sweetheart in an unexpectedly amusing fashion, I would be a boon like no other, but this is not my forte. I am sorry. I'm like, totally get that. It's like, I am a gourmet chef. I kinda need you to bake a peanut butter and jelly. What? Okay. No, it's okay. This kind of life isn't for everyone. Sometimes I forget that. Speaking of things you've forgotten, do you not have an interview scheduled for gainful employment until your finances are settled? Oh, damn. The accusations of malpractice are scurrilous, malicious, and false. It's like, Okie dokie, let's see how this kind of goes. As we shift to him pretty much getting a kind of doctor kind of interview. And most of them didn't even happen. But even so, my reputation has taken, shall we say, a knock. So here I am, forced to entertain the possibility of taking on a mortal apprentice. What are your credentials? I'm a highly qualified Midgardian doctor. I'm sure you're very good with leeches, but in Asgard we have long since progressed beyond such methods. What did you say your name was? Strange. Bah! I can't even pronounce it. You're pronouncing it just fine. It's the word strange, but as a name. I shall call you Dr. Tiny Man. I'm really not that much smaller than... it's like, oh god. I love it. It's like, yes, there might be certain kind of differences, but it's not that different. You are a tiny doctor, and I will brook no argument. You will need to prove yourself. You're not in Midgard now, Dr. Tiny Man. You will work today, and if you manage not to amputate someone's head that does not need to be amputated, you shall have your job. It's like, okay, this is a kind of interesting dude. And then I actually really kind of like Stranger's look there and his whole kind of coat and outfit. The day passes in a whirlwind of common ailments, mysterious new diseases, and more injuries involving axes than I am used to. That's Asgard. And then we shift, and I really kind of playing through these different kind of injuries. What seems to be the problem? I have a cold. What seems to be the problem? My foot fell off. Yep, that's a problem, man. What seems to be, as the dude is pointing to the axe. Ah, that's so good. What seems to be the problem? I have an unsightly rash. Would you like to see it? He's a doctor. He might not want to see it, but he will need to see it. The Asgardian people are no more or less noble than the people of Earth. They are larger, yes, and hardier in some cases, but they fret and they worry just like humans. And they fear the bad news a doctor will deliver just as much. They are as frail as they are brave. They are as mortal as the mortals. It's like, yep, they might have some differences, but they're the same. And then we get to this really kind of cool interlocking, kind of like circular kind of panel layout on this page. Dr. Tiny Man, despite your diminutive stature and impossible to pronounce name, I've decided to grant you your wish and allow you to work for me. Finish up with the last patient and return tomorrow. Ah, we met yesterday, didn't we? Ruskva, yes? Yes, and you are Dr. Unusual? Strange. What can I help you with today, Ruskva? I seem to have a knife in my shoulder. Ah, so you do. Any idea how it got there? And then I put it in there. We were training, and the knife was in my hand, and then it was in Ruskva's shoulder. And that's how it happened. What a detailed account. Gorm, go home. Accidents happen, and people get stabbed. I do not need you to hold my hand while I am stitched. But I feel responsible, because you are responsible. I love how that little thing puts out, and we've got, like, just this close-up on her face of, like, yeah, you're responsible, man. But you are strong. You are Ruskva the Troll Strangler, and you shall recover. I know. Go home now. I will pray to Thor for your good health. Sorry about him. Do Asgardians pray to Thor? Some of them. Isn't that odd, praying to your king even if he is a god? Maybe. I do like him kind of like asking about that and kind of learning about Asgardian kind of stuff like that. And I kind of like how this is kind of staggered and kind of like zooms in on certain kind of things before getting back down to Ruskva's kind of close-up there. So, Ruskva, the Troll Strangler, eh? That's quite a nickname. You don't like it? I like that she kind of pauses for a beat before relaying the story. There is a woodland village north of here, isolated, vulnerable, a target for raiders. At the turn of the last season, my friends and I went to drive those raiders away. And then we really kind of get into it. It's like, holy shit. It's like, yeah, that's a pretty nice battle scene there with the art and everything. There was blood and gristle and much in the way of violence. My heart sang to match my axe. The raiders refused to retreat, and we refused to relent. One by one, they fell. Their choice, their deaths. We didn't know as we fought, but we would miss a troll who would follow us when we returned home. He would wait 2 nights, then kill one of our number, whose name was Norel, and who was a good man, a very good man. And then he would try to kill me in my own chambers. Without sword, without axe, without cudgel or blade, I fought this troll in the mud and the snow, and I strangled him. And that is how I got my name. And she does it naked as well. Like, listen, I know it's like, oh god, she's naked or anything like that. I'm just like, anybody fights and like wins a fight naked after being set upon by surprise, that's somebody that you do not fuck with. That's like, ugh. And that gets told for like eons and shit. It's like, wow, shit, what's going on? Like, man, would you like a scar? Sorry. I know how much warriors like their scars. I was wondering if you'd like to keep yours. Oh, yes, please. Just so I can point to it whenever Gorm annoys me. It will make him feel bad. Then you're all done here. It's like, I do like that Strange has now gotten into the Asgardian kind of groove. I mean, sure, it's 2 issues in, but I mean, there's 5 issues, so it's like, oh yeah, you want your scar? Yes, please. Ruskva, I have something I need to do, but I need a guide to do it. Might you be available? To take you around, introduce you to the right people? This is not what I do. But you should ask my, what do you call it in Midgard? Suitor? Boyfriend? Pardon me. Aslak would know the people to talk to. He is not one of us. He is not a barbarian swinging an axe and reveling in the slaughter. He is like you. He is quiet and gentle. He studies to become a sorcerer. Also, I happen to know that Hulda hasn't sent for him at all today, so he has some free time. It's like, yeah, we'll see about that. I am honored that you would come to me, Dr. Strange. I feel as though there's a lot I could learn from a Sorcerer Supreme. Ex-Sorcerer Supreme. Thank you for doing this, Aslak. So this is Asgard's premier shop of magic, is it? It is one of them. It is definitely the cheapest, which you did say would be a factor. Until I get my Asgardian finances sorted, very much so. Aslak the Eternal Apprentice. Who do you bring with you? Another magician stumbling through the arcane arts with Neria. I need these ingredients. Performing the spell of Achernon. Are you trying to get to grips with Asgardian magic? It will not be. Do you have them? Do you have the skull of a dark troll? Dark trolls are our speciality. It's like, okay. Aslak, there you are. Harapin, you were looking for me? Everyone's looking for you. Hulda never turned up for the Farming Council's petition to the Allfather. Hulda despises the Farming Council, believes they should grow their crops without the aid of magic. As we see Strange doing some kind of like magical disc thing. It's like, ooh, okay. That may be so, but Allfather Thor wishes to hear her opinion for himself, so it is for you to find her and send her onward. One does not send Hulda onward, backwards, or anywards. See to it, Aslak! Oh dear. Dr. Strange, you saw Hulda last. Did she make mention of her plans to avoid the Farming Council's petition? As he's like, doing his thing, he's like, oh, damn, that's really nice there with Strange's coat. Aslak, we just met yesterday. You don't know me. You have no reason to trust me. Oh, I would not worry about that, Doctor. I have a very trusting nature. Hulda regularly tells me that it is a flaw in my character and that it will lead to people taking advantage of me. Yes. Hulda's dead. As he pretty much pops in, it's like, yep. Hulda, yes, is dead. Loki killed her last night, although they claim to have been possessed at the time. I turned her body invisible, but I need to move it. I need to hide it somewhere until I can figure out what happened. Loki says they've been set up. Amazingly, I believe them. I need your help to find the killer. And why not? And why do you not just tell Thor? Because that would snap whatever is left of the bond between them. Normally, I would stay out of other people's relationships, but this is Thor and Loki. An irreparable rift between them could shake the very cosmos. The repercussions could be incalculable. It's like, that actually makes sense. I'm glad they were able to come up with, like, that's a succinct reason for him to be like, yeah, I don't really want to fuck this up completely. Could I see the body? Of course. So, we then shift and see the body. Ugh. It seems you are not, in fact, speaking in jest. And how do I know that you didn't kill Hulda? You don't. So why would I help you? You have to make up your own mind about that. In the same way that I am believing Loki, despite the fact that I saw them kill her, I'm asking you to believe me. Please, Aslak. Help me hide her body. Hide her body where? To bury Hulda between the roots of Yggdrasil is... Ooh, I'm going to hell. What was Hulda like? As a mentor? Stern. She may have thought me an idiot, but she taught me what I know. She taught me all I know. It's like, as we see them shifting, it's like, okay. Before learning under her, I'd only heard of how fierce she was on the battlefield, but her skills as a sorceress were almost beyond compare. Snowing. It's always snowing in Asgard. Did she have any enemies? She had nothing but enemies. She was rude and abrasive and short-tempered. She said not a kind word when a mean one would do. She preferred the old ways, but she said that Asgard had to progress its ideas in order to shake off its stagnancy. She saw Thor's rise to power as the necessary catalyst for this change. Do you know why Loki may have wanted to kill her? None. I always thought they liked her. I shall see you come the morning, Doctor. The evening, actually. I have to work. And I kind of like this, see them kind of like doing what they need to kind of do, and then kind of leaving off like that. But then we get to the end, and shit goes hambo, whambo, jambo, and the layouts for these pages are great. Really sells the action of what's happening. I walk into my room, and immediately I know that something is wrong. Whatever hits me cancels out my magic, but I've been without magic before. It's not so bad. As we see this dude with an axe trying to take his ass out, it's like, oh shit, and I really like the design of the armor and axe. Fighting's a funny thing. The natural instinct is to retreat from a swinging axe to get as much distance between you and the shiny bit as possible. But if your attacker is determined, as mine seem to be, this will only give him another opportunity to reduce you to a quivering mass of bloody chunks. So what you actually want to do is get in close, stop him from utilizing his weapon. Once you've taken away his advantage, you have a chance to engage him in meaningful dialogue. I really like this kind of understanding of Strange. You really don't get him talking about combat and fighting like that because he's normally kind of like support on the back kind of way, utilizing magic and everything, except in rare instances when he doesn't have access to magic like this, and talking about like engaging in dialogue and fighting. And we get it continuing, it's just like fucking great. A fight is a conversation. You have your viewpoint and he has his. He may bluster and rage and accuse. He may shout over you, refuse to listen, deny your logic. But that doesn't mean he's winning. It just means he's loud. And I really kind of like that as Strange gets kind of like knocked up, but then gets a good crack on him and gets him a little bit further out. But then we see this kind of blast of like white kind of energy more, as we had seen previously as he was able to disable the magic. I solve mysteries all the time. Whether they be medical or mystical, mysteries are my thing. I don't know why Hulda was killed. I don't know how Loki was used. I don't know why this individual just attacked me as they blast out of the window. But to begin to solve any mystery, you need one thing, and now I have it. My first clue. Him holding that axe, which is actually pretty badass. It's like, oh shit, to be continued. Now let us read. Next, issue 3. Stephen Strange, the once earthbound Sorcerer Supreme, is in over his head. Asgard is about to eat him alive, but can Strange do what Asgard requires of him, or is his mission to become Sorcerer Supreme of Asgard doomed, as we see shit going on and utilizing the axe? So, I liked this in that we got Clea and Strange pretty much capturing Loki, trying to find out their kind of version, utilizing a spell to be like, okay, they are telling the truth, something is going amiss here. And Strange going back to Asgard, trying to get employment and get himself kind of acclimated to how Asgard works. Of course, working as being a doctor, and I loved him getting into the kind of flow and understanding the weird kind of maladies that would be part of Asgard society, but yet stuff that he would still probably deal with, and learning that they're not so different. And then learning more about Ruskva and her strangling a troll with no weapons and no clothes on. And so like, holy shit. And her keeping the scar to pretty much just point and just be like, feel bad, asshole. Before he then works with Aslak to pretty much hold his body in Yggdrasil to get more of the things that he needs to perform the spell so that we can access Asgardian magic. And then having to fight off somebody that came to like tank his ass with a giant axe. So we'll see how that kind of works out. And how that kind of fits into later kind of things. So I'm excited to see where this goes. How Strange kind of utilizes his clue, what other kind of things pop up in Asgard for him to kind of deal with. What happens when Thor kind of gets maybe closer, is trying to figure out what's going on with Hulda. And learning more about Hulda through Aslak was very nice as well. So I'm excited, and I'm enjoying this, and I'm glad that I got like a Strange comic like this. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.